The vaudeville agent is interviewing acts, and an act comes in, and he says, what do you do? He says, well, my wife and I come out and take our clothes off, then we sit on the stage, and the kids come out and wallow in it. He says, what kind of an act do you call that? He says, we call it the Aristocrats.
I hate the joke. The piece of shit, stolen, pretend to be humor. Although the premise is funny. Let me backtrack just a bit.
Some people think I have a reputation of being a dirty comedian, and I don't really want to expose that anywhere, because I think I'm really a family kind of oriented guy. Which brings me to this joke. That's my friend Paul, and right now I'm looking at his dinger. He's got a very huge wiener. It's about that big. Here we go. This family, mother, father, and 4 kids. Doesn't matter if they're boys or girls, and they're going to be used anyway as just nothing more than a hole, is what this joke's about anyway. It's about using your kid, you know, they have a paper route to go to school, and then you fuck them. No, that's. I just want to say right now, if any of you people are doing this that are watching this, if you're having sex with your family, I don't condone it. I think it's wrong. I'd like to do a lot of PSAs to support, do not fuck your family. So they're all fucking each other, right?
I always like to explain how to tell the joke, since you already heard the joke. So this is how when you want to tell a joke, you have to make sure it's just really filthy. The filthier the better. Guy goes into a talent agent's office, says, I have the greatest act in the world. Talent agent says, what's the act? That's all you got to memorize.
You could ad-lib right up to the punchline. All you had to do is remember one word.
The rest of it is just you make it. I always make it up every time I tell it. It's something different.
So scatological, it's edge humor, it's pushing the edge of what you can take. And once the edge is crossed, then you start getting hysterical.
Well, actually, when the curtain rises, there we are on stage, me, my 2 daughters, my wife, and a gorilla named Daisy from the Belgian Congo. My daughter pulls my index finger, at which point I let out a thunderous fart. My wife does a very sexy striptease dance on a tom-tom. Following that, I have a violent love affair with the gorilla Daisy, if you know what I mean. But have no fear. If there are any children, they'll be brought up as Catholics, you see.
That's called bestiality.
Yes.
It's in the Bible.
It's in my diary.
He said it's in his diary. And I knew his dog.
And the talent agent says, that's awful. What do you call the act? Like he wants to know after hearing, then the name's important. Then the guy goes, the Aristocrats. And I always throw in that. That seems to make the whole joke. The Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats.
Oh, yeah. That's great. The Aristocrats.
I think it's all this. Just for Drew.
Now, how many people do that when they tell it?
1.
I'm the only one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I always like, I always tell it like that. What do they do that, or? Aristocrats. Oh, no,
I mean, it's surprising that they're not all in jail. I mean, and waiting the death penalty. I mean, I think you can put people to death for what goes on in the best versions of this joke.
That's really all there is to it. You have to have, like, blood, shit, piss, and then this.
So this cocksucker, what is it? This cocksucker fucks his shit everywhere. The cocksucker goes into a fucking, and there's something fecal. Is it fetal or fetal? No, fetal is fetal, yeah. And the agent is fucking a dog. The Pope in the corner. The trouble is, I'd never heard this joke. The whole shit thing, I think it's just, but you don't know. The punchline doesn't work. And this guy says, I got this act. And it's a family act. And the guy says, I got shit everywhere. I want a family act? No, that could work. The guy, he says, what do you want? Because am I bothering you? You do it good. Have you done it? Give it to me and I'll film you now.
Well, why don't you do your version?
Well, because you already got versions like that.
Oh, I don't think we have
Oh,
one
I
like that.
bet you do. I bet you do. I know you do. The 4 guys walk in and they say, let's see the act, and 4 guys take their pants down, and they take their giant penises, and they take the foreskin, and they go like this, and they pull up the penises like this, and they go, wow, and they pull it down over themselves, and they start to sing, I give the world to the. That's the kind of joke I would fucking tell.